We're gathering here today. It's Tuesday, the 5th of February, and we welcome everybody that's watching for the message that we're going to receive from Andromeda Val. But Cosmic Sai Baba comes through first to introduce her and set up the platform. So if you just bear with me a moment, please. The recording's being made at Moss Vale, New South Wales, Australia. Thank you. I am Cosmic Sai Baba, and I am very pleased to be here. I am very pleased also to be able to say that Andromeda Val is here also, and she is ready to speak with you, and she welcomes you and the opportunity to speak. And I also am happy that this is taking place. Thank you, my children. Thank you. Thank you indeed. Thank you. I am Andromeda Val, and I am very pleased to be here. I come from a long way and a long time, but as you know, there is no time or distance. Everything is happening at once. It is a matter of focus and how you actually relate to whatever you're focusing to as to how you can connect. We have explained this before. And so now I would like to speak a little greeting in my language, as I have promised many times. So, and I have also said that I will translate it also. But for the moment, I am just here to speak the language. Thank you. Thank you. The star language from Andromeda. Hai ko tō matan tō tēnei ko tō makatiti hahala i tō hoa. I o kena matateiti o anleka o eino i te malala i tō do tēnei rotiti. I te tā o ola i nā matitu o andi te kaurata hati. I te o yenda o ale i te tau hati a tō rata and o riti. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It has been a little hard for me to adjust to a new language, but I have mastered it, and now I am speaking with you in your language, and I hope you can understand me. It has been a little time to work with Val before we could, or Valerie I should say, I am Val, to work with Valerie to be able to master the use of a voice box and also to master the language that you speak also. So I have come and I have promised to answer questions. So if you have a question, I would be very pleased to be able to answer it, I hope. Thank you. Is there a question?
Okay, we've got 3 questions for you. Let's deal with them one by one. Number 1, we were told about the existence of 2 Earth planets and how they operate in our future. Could you please answer that one first?
That is true. That is true. And I would be happy to remind Valerie, and she knows this now, that she was asked when she first moved from Canyon Lee on the property to a house here in Moss Vale, and she was asked at a meditation, would she allow a group of light beings to speak through her? At the time we did not tell her it was from Andromeda, but it is and was. And so she will give you a copy of that along with this message today. What we did say was that there would be 2 planets on Earth. In other words, they would be in the same place. So if you think about what you see and what you see around you, it is a world. And there is a world upon worlds upon worlds upon worlds, different thing in, shall we say, consciousness and a measurement of that consciousness. It's a little like a ladder, if you like. You already have 2 consciousness levels upon your planet Earth, which as you speak of as your 3rd dimension and your 4th dimension. This is what we are speaking about, is raising of consciousness, which we have spoken in many ways to you about rising your consciousness here so that you can understand and think at a different level of consciousness. And with those that have been doing it, such as the light workers and the healers, that you have actually been able to transcend your earth brain and connected to your consciousness of your soul. And from there you connect to your oversoul, which has never incarnated onto your earth planet. However, your soul is here, and it is with every human being upon this earth. And it is from that consciousness that we are now speaking. There is a raising of consciousness going on, and there is a simple way of explaining it, a blending of the 3rd level of dimension into the 4th dimension. In the past, people, or not many people, could actually see into your 4th dimension, but we as star people could always see the 3rd and 4th dimension, which is held in your atmosphere within and surrounding your earth planet. And so that is what is meant when we say there are 2 planets that you are changing and raising to, which will also, we say, be the 4th dimensional consciousness and the 5th dimensional consciousness. From the 4th, which you are in now, is actually helping you to see more of what already existed upon this earth. And in the 5th dimension, it is what we are or have been prophesying for you as the golden age. Because from that place, the earth consciousness will not even ever enter into a thought of raising a weapon to sort out a problem, but rather would sit and discuss and understand each other from that consciousness and share their way of thinking, and if there's different languages, to change the language so that understanding can be given and understood, because quite often differences that are argued about are not really difference at all. It's just a way of expressing it, and misunderstandings happen. So if you can understand what we are saying is the new world of your earth planet in the 5th dimension is the golden age. It is in the same place as far as your, your solar system, but it is operating at a different level of consciousness. And also, if you would think of being in the 3rd dimension, you would also not be able to see it readily. And so I will thank you for that question, and I hope I have answered it. So would you like to ask another?
Question number 2. Is there a civilization in the inner earth?
There is a civilization in your inner earth. I would hasten to say the inner earth and the outer earth are the same. It is just that you have different levels of surface. And of course, over evolution of the earth, there is a building of the earth's surface, and archaeologists or geologists would be able to readily say they can read a different level of time that existed upon your planet Earth from the levels or layers of geology in your planet. And so, yes, there is a time that existed upon your Earth that was, and still is, occupied by other civilizations. Some are not as knowledgeable as you are as humans, and others are. In fact, they are advanced. There was a time on this planet Earth that people came from other worlds easily into your planet and visited and stayed sometimes for a while and then left. They did not necessarily always live here or create civilizations here. And some were very advanced in their thinking and helped to progress the humans that were upon the earth in their knowledge and their way of doing things with suggestion, because the earth has the humans that exist and have always existed as far as their beginning, which is another story. But when they did begin, they were given free will and free choice, and so they developed from that place. They were still influenced because of genetic interaction and inter-exchange with star people genes that raised their consciousness, that was able to make them very specifically special beings upon this earth. And so that is who you are. You are humans with a raised consciousness and with star genes in you as well. And so these civilizations exist, yes, for everything exists in the past. It has not been destroyed, it is always there. And so if you can understand from that place, then yes, there are civilizations in your inner earth. I hope that explains it to you. Thank you.
Okay, the third and last question is this. Through changes in the financial system, will we see a shift of control from the elite to the masses?
This is happening, yes. You will see that and feel that and know that from different things that are reported on your television or your radio or your newspapers. You will know there is major change happening. And yes, there will be major change. And money is used for a purpose and a reason, and you all know that without me explaining that to you. But it has been misused, and not always for the right reasons. And so I will say the change that takes place will be that money will be used in the future for the right reasons and for the right purposes, and shall I say for all people, not just the few. I think that says it in a nutshell. How it happens will be a little slower to happen, but it will happen, I can assure you. And it will be good, because that will take you also into the fifth dimension, understanding of the Golden Age. So I will take my leave, and thank you very much for listening to me and inviting me to be here. I really relish coming, and I love being with you all. There has been a suggestion put forward that you have all come from the future and that you are here on the earth. And I would say, because I am in your future, that I have come to earth as Val and then Valerie. There is no separation. It is all happening at once. So if you hear that saying about you have come from the future, in some ways that is right. If you think about it, I will leave you with that thought. Thank you, my beloveds. Thank you, thank you, thank you.